Welcome into Devils Insider. Josh Heller for thealbanydevils.com. Joined as always by the head coach of the Albany Devils, Rick Kowalsky. Rick, let's jump back into last week. Solid game on Friday. It's tough when you play a team twice in a row. Certainly, you're not going to be able to pull any punches when you see a team twice. You saw Bridgeport the second night. They got the upper hand in that game.
Yeah, again, it is tough when you see teams back-to-back. To be honest with you, though, I thought we played a very similar game, if not better, just a bit better defensively in Bridgeport. Didn't give them many quality opportunities. I think they ended up with 19 shots. Some nights it just goes that way where you don't get the breaks on the other side. We couldn't score. We could have probably put a little more traffic in front of Poulin, but again, we did everything we needed to do. It's just one of those nights where they got some breaks and got some goals. And again, not to really say any fault on our part. I thought we were really strong in both those games at both ends of the ice. Like I said, with some minor things, one being maybe a little more traffic in front of them, but certainly put enough pressure on that we could have won that game as well.
You go into Sunday's game, certainly that's a good way to bounce back. Now, you're playing 2 games in a row against the same team. Of course, you have about 5 days off in between. You play Rochester on Sunday, you play them again on Friday in Rochester. It's a tough building to play in. Certainly last year, a lot of success there. This year, you fell in Rochester and snapped that 8-game streak. How do you attack them in their own building?
Well, again, you're comparing Sunday 3-3 with travel for both teams to a Friday everybody's fresh, ready to go. So they are an aggressive team in that building. We had our hands full with them last time. I thought they played a real strong defensive game. They got some big defensemen. I know some guys are up like Finley, but they still got a lot of size back there. And you got to move the puck and skate against them. And defensively, we're going to have our hands full. They're not a real flashy team. They got Whitmore, they got some skill, but guys like Foligno, they got some big bodies that just grind you down and bang. So we got to manage the puck well and skate and take their forecheck game out of it and hopefully apply pressure on their D, which again I thought we did good Sunday. We managed the puck well and got pucks deep. And again, that's our game. That's what we need to do no matter who we're playing.
Saturday, you head up to Toronto to take on the Marlies for the second time this season. Overtime loss against Toronto the first time you saw them. It's certainly still a team that it has to be a bit of a mystery just seeing them so infrequently. Yeah,
we've pre-scouted a couple of their games, but again, I really like the way they play. They play a hard-nosed game. They finish their checks. They drive the net. They play a simple game. Again, depending on call-ups, what happens with the Maple Leafs, you may see some more skill than we saw last time. As the week progresses, we'll check their roster. But one thing, a point of note, is they have had success in that building, and they've played well at home. So I was impressed with the way they played when they came in and beat us. Again, they were on the tail end of a lot of travel, 3-3, and they really played a hard, honest game and managed to get the extra point and leave us only with 1. So again, we're going to have our hands full this weekend. We got to put the work boots on, if you will, because it's 2 gritty teams that play a hard, honest game.
Head coach of the Albany Devils, Rick Kowalsky. Rick, as always, thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot.